this better? No. Let's put on the... Yeah, I think this is better. Alright, so got my instant coffee here. I wanted to take some time before we head out and grind to talk about yesterday's video. I released a video on promo codes. That was really cool. The reception seems to be good on that video, but there was one thing that was mentioned in the comments and you guys were concerned why I didn't talk about this particular topic. The currency increase, or so to speak, why are Pokecoins more expensive than they used to be? I looked it up and the only kind of like resource information I could find is something that happened in the past before, where they ended up compensating for the currency change. You see, currency is always changing, and you know, Niantic apparently after some time decides to, hey, we need to adapt to this currency change, so we up the prices of Pokecoins. This is something that developers do. Some developers choose not to. Niantic in this case decides to actually change it. It sucks. For me, the most expensive package of Pokecoins is 10% more expensive than it used to be, and that is not fun. But luckily for me, I have a US iTunes account, so I think it's more cheap there. I could just buy my gift codes online or something like that and just do it that way. I encourage you, if you're on iOS, to make yourself like a United States, because I think that is a United States account, because I think that's what they're basing it off, and then buy some gift codes online and then, you know, get your Pokemon Go account charged with Pokecoins that way. But yeah, that is all about that, what is going on, I guess. It is a good day out. I am excited. Today's goal is going to be to hopefully try to break 26,000 experience. So I'm gonna finish up my coffee and we're gonna get started. I really dislike instant coffee. Ugh. Before we get started, I would like to get some more information that I got yesterday. For example, we're gonna start off by making a screenshot right now of our experience. Then, the jogger medal. Those are the only two that I really need. I guess we'll go for Pokestops. But the amount of Pokemon that we caught, we'll be able to determine exactly the amount of Pokemon that we caught, because obviously I'll showcase that to you guys towards the end. Let's go ahead and transfer all of these, obviously. Just like that. Boom, gone. We're back at Chansey at the top. Stardust 66 777 0. So this is our starting point pretty much. The nest changed tonight in a Clefairy nest, which is kind of a more bearable Pokemon to catch than Apom, which used to be the nest Pokemon yesterday. We had a nest migration last night. There's going to be a grass type event starting the 5th of May, so there will be more grass type spawning here. I'm honestly really excited to see how today is going to be going for us, so with that in mind, I'm going to be going ahead and connecting my Goplus just like that. And I'm going to be activating these lures. Just like that. Actually need to buy myself a little package of lure modules before we get started. Goplus is already ringing like mad, like it always does. There we go. And of course, once we get started here, the actual gameplay of this will be available up on the channel in the description down below. With that in mind, let's go, shall we? got a Skarmory. But this is the last time ever that I'm doing this. Because there's people out there and I don't trust anybody, to be completely honest. But so far so good. I'll meet you guys at the ending of our little session here. It's gotten really dark, so I set the brightness of my screen to the brightest so that way you guys will at least be able to see my face. We have an egg hatching. This sort of kind of happened the moment I was done. I walked back and then over here this egg started hatching and we got ourselves a Slowpoke. That is not even too bad. We're gonna transfer this because I want to kind of determine how many Pokemon we actually caught during this session. Kind of point of attention here, I guess. People started setting up lures. Especially the bench. Someone started setting up the bench and I caught like 2 or 3 Pokemon off that bench, and that was not supposed to be the case because I'm trying to compare catching Pokemon from the 8 same stops that I'm grinding on every single day. So we're gonna have to subtract like 3 Pokemon or so from our total, which is like, I think maybe 1,000 experience, like between 500 and 1,000 experience or something like that. Regardless of that, we did really well. I think this is gonna be the best session in a long time. I was feeling good, I was walking like really fast the entire duration of my grinding session, so that was really good. We ended off at 31,837 experience. As you guys can see, 25.7 and then 31,833. Let's head over to the photo screen. We started off with 4,361, 25,700, 4,361. I did the math here, 27,270. If we remove like 500 to 1,000 experience, it would still be above 26,000 experience. That is awesome. Let's go over some pictures because I kind of like the moment the Lucky Egg stops, I go to my inventory screen immediately and I take screenshots of everything that is part of our stats. Just like that. And now we got 1214.8. That is 2.4 kilometers that I've been walking at a very fast pace. For some reason the kilometers picked up better than before. I'm pretty sure that I walked at least like 3 kilometers with the pace that I've been walking, but of course because we're walking in a straight line it doesn't pick up everything, but that's a little bit unfortunate. Right now 761 over here. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Now going to our Stardust, we were at 66,777. Right now we are at 67,620, like this. You guys can see it's, I have no idea how much. I think I got almost like 10,000 Stardust or something like that. Pretty happy with that. So let's actually kind of go over the Pokemon we have over here. I'm going to transfer all of them. Gonna select them. We caught a Mr. Mime, a bunch of Sentrat, this time a Swinub, Clefairies of course, which are part of the new nest, a couple of Natus, a couple of Murkrows, nothing like a Dratini. Oh, there's a Ditto here. I didn't see that. I caught that with the Go Plus. That's pretty cool. A bunch of more Murkrows. We're really close to the Dark Meadow at this point. That's pretty cool. An Apom. Still available. A Pidgeot, that was really cool. Caught it with a Pineapple Berry, good for 20 candy of course. And a Skarmory at the very beginning of this grind. Oh, we also caught a Voltorb and a Remoraid. So 68 Pokemon caught in this session.
Okay, so we've arrived back home. I compared some numbers. I'm gonna go over what we discovered yesterday versus today. Some Pokemon did not appear, which I expected them to appear. That was actually really interesting. Also, you know, tomorrow is going to be the start of 6 hours of lures. That should be really awesome. I am looking forward to going out to see what the grass type Pokemon are and if there are going to be any shiny Pokemon. Of course, keep an eye out on those. If you find any shinies, make sure you tweet it like crazy at me so that way I will be able to bring you guys the news about like that there's a shiny out there. Who knows, maybe I'll be able to find one myself. That is all stuff that we're going to be able to find out tomorrow. Also, what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be once again going over the list of Pokemon that we caught, and then I'll make sure to share them with you guys towards the ending of the day. But let's compare yesterday to today. Really interesting stuff. The Pokemon that we didn't find today: Magikarp, Poliwag, Marrow, Staryu, Wooper, Eevee, and that's about it of the Pokemon that were really interesting. Some of them were evolves, so they have a lower spawn rate. Krabby as well, by the way, and Dratini. So those were the Pokemon we didn't catch. The Pokemon that we did catch, which were different, Voltorb, Skarmory, Pidgeot, Swinub, Mr. Mime, Raticate, and also Apom. Now Apom I did see yesterday. I also saw Raticate yesterday, and Pidgeot once again like an evolved form. Apom is was the nest Pokemon, but funny enough we didn't manage to catch one yesterday, and we actually did manage to catch one today. So maybe there's still some spawn points remaining of Apom. Couldn't really discover them. Then also 3 Pokemon that didn't appear yesterday. The first one is Pidgeotto, understandably so, Hoot Hoot, and Clefairy, 3 times Clefairy. That was really interesting as well. Now, going over some other stats. Natu spawned 11 times, yesterday it spawned 8 times. Today Pidgey spawned 11 times as well, but yesterday it was only 5 times. So this is a convenient change of yesterday. Way more Pidgeys, always good. Pidgey's my best friend of course, so that's really cool. Sandrat, Rattata, equal, the same amount. Murkrow, there's 2 more today. Spearow, there's 2 more today. So I'm really surprised about Magikarp, Poliwag, Marill. Those 3 Pokemon, I'm really surprised about not finding them today at all. Maybe that's going to be changing. Once again, 30 minutes is not a lot of time. You should really take about an hour or so to drop some comparisons between what exactly is, you know, in the area that you're playing when it comes down to the Pokemon. But regardless of that, you know, that aside, today was amazing. 0.8 kilometers more than yesterday. 2,000 experience more than yesterday. Just an overall very excited what we did today, accomplished today. I'm really psyched. So 27,000 experience is going to be the new goal, and once we get started again after the 6-hour lure event, I'll be setting the goal every single day. 27,000 experience is going to be the minimum we're going to be reaching towards to, and hopefully at some point in the future maybe even 30k by throwing very accurately. Once again, if you guys want to see the full gameplay of what we've done today, make sure you hit up the link in the description down below for all of those shenanigans. And with that in mind, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for your support. There's more stuff on the way on this series, for instance like the amount of grades and first throw catches that I did and so on and so forth, so that will be added starting next week. But for now, this has been Reverse for Pokemon Go. I'm gonna be signing off, and I'll see you guys back again tomorrow with the lure event.